Guys, what's going on? Traders, this is Brad with TuckBud Solutions in the OTC's chat group. To be more specific, man, we had an exciting day today. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys a little bit about it. I know that we had a huge success yesterday that I was talking to you all about, and we had another one today, and I kind of just wanted to touch on it a little bit, maybe a lot, because I kind of wanted to go over exactly what we did, how I was able to identify this as a potential mover, and kind of go over that with you and what to basically look forward to with this particular company. So, what you're looking at right now is FHIL. A lot of us were able to have huge success with this today. As you can see, it went up 300%. Um, and I just kind of wanted you to look at these Bollinger bands here. This is what I use when I'm doing my technical analysis. The purpose of using Bollinger bands is that when the idea is the theory behind using them is that there's three lines here, and you look at the top and bottom lines more specifically. The theory is the closer these lines are, the greater the potential for there to be, a trend upwards or some kind of volatility, I should say, because sometimes it doesn't always go up. Typically, it does with some kind of catalyst. What I mean by catalyst is that news, an acquisition or, whatever. Some kind of positive news usually sends stocks that are, within this Bollinger Band range soaring. And to be honest with you, this is one that is just like the perfect storm. I'll get into this a little bit. I just kind of wanted to show you how my technical analysis works when I'm looking at particular stocks that have this kind of potential. This is the first thing I go for. If you ever hear me say that that something's trading really thin, this is what I'm talking about. It's trading super thin here. That's the thinnest I think I've ever seen a stock trade. And then, as you can see, it just exploded. I have reason to believe that this is going to go even further tomorrow, but we'll wait and see. Another thing to look for with Bollinger Bands too, real quick, if you see it trading above this top Bollinger Band, typically that means that it could be potentially overbought, and so that it starts to come down, as you see here. Same thing with this bottom one. If it was trading below this bottom Bollinger Band, typically we would see this overselling. So whenever I say something's overbought or oversold, particularly in our chat group, that's what I'm talking about, because that's the type of technical analysis that I'm doing. Okay, so into the meat and potatoes of this stock here. So I have a really good friend that basically did the due diligence for us, and it's in Investors Hub on the in the FHIL section, FHIL section in iHub. So if you're unfamiliar with what iHub and some of the sources that I'm going to do here, please review my previous video. It talks all about that. I don't want to get into it too much tonight because I don't want to be on here for a half an hour explaining it to you. Just understand that it is explained in detail in my previous videos. So just want to give you a heads up there. So the other thing I want to let you guys know, we're not going to take this guy's, information and his homework and just assume that it's true. The nice thing is that it's organized here for us. He did a really good job of doing that. But I want to go into it a little bit further here. This stock particularly caught my eye because I saw that there was an 8K form released on July 26th, which sparked my interest, and that's why I called it out last week. And so this here kind of shows a sequence of events that have gone on since then. What an 8K is basically an unplanned event that gets publicly released. And so this is kind of what an 8K looks like. It's really boring. I know what it is. But basically, it's just announcing an acquisition of the company that FHIL, that FHIL, or FHIL, I should say, acquired. That's what the big news was. So when I see that kind of big news, and the crazy thing was with this, and this is why I called it out. So we saw that big news, and it didn't move. It actually dropped this morning, and that's why I called it out, because I looked at these Bollinger Bands here, and I was like, holy crap! Like, this is trading super thin. It's acquiring. It's got all this stuff going on. Looking through all this due diligence and seeing how in the world is the crap not being bought out of this. So I was glad that I was able to get you guys in. Those of you who took advantage of that, I did see, that some of you were afraid to get in because it was something that you didn't know and you were unsure of. That is awesome. I'm really proud of you for making that decision not to go into this. I know it might make you feel a little sick because it went up 300%, but you know what? It wasn't something that you weren't comfortable with. And if you're not comfortable with trading something, you shouldn't. Those of us who were, congratulations, you're up 300%. If you got in this morning, when I made the call out, when I made the final call, I actually called it last week just to keep an eye on it. I really kind of laid the hammer down on this morning just to kind of let you know what I saw happening. And so, just to kind of give you a heads up of what the company actually is, they basically just acquire things. Here's their website. So this is, again, all the due diligence that I was doing through here based off of what I found at FHIL. So I went and basically reconfirmed everything that was done in here and confirmed that this information was accurate. So what can we expect from here? Honestly, I don't think this thing is done, because here's the other thing. It rose 300% with 2.6 million in volume, which is insane. When you see this kind of percentage gain, you're usually looking at stocks that are in hundreds of millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of shares in volume or trades in volume. And the fact that this is at 2.6 million tells me that there is probably the share structure, which actually is discussed here in the due diligence here as well. The share structure is extremely good. There's very little. There is almost no dilution going on. There's low float. It's just really, it's like the perfect storm here. It's just, I don't see it going down anytime soon. I think this is going to be a multi-day runner. Right now, it closed at 4 o'clock today at 10 cents. And I don't see how it's going to come down. Lots of times, when you see a run up like this, it's not out of the realm of possibility to just see it crash right back down where it was. This is something that I think this is a legitimate company. They are attempting to be uplisted to NASDAQ. And so because of all that, I really don't see that happening. Now, again, I don't want you to make a trade based on something that I am telling you. I want you to do the same homework that I did, that I'm showing you here. Do it yourself, and then make the trade if it's something you're comfortable with. If you're confident in the company that you're trading in, if you look at your technical analysis as well as just looking at your background, such as the 8K and stuff like that. If it says something, if all those flags are green for you and you want to make that trade, go for it. But I don't want you making that trade specifically because I'm telling you to, because I'm not. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what the rest of our traders in our chat group were seeing, and a lot of us made this decision together, which is great. If it's something we're making together because we're all individually doing our own homework, that's great. I don't want you making decisions because somebody told you to. I don't want you to trust anybody but yourself. So with that, I just wanted to kind of go over this real quick because it's just something that I have never seen before. I've never seen this trading right here, or these Bollinger Bands so thin before. And I've never seen this volume so small and have it go up so high like that. Like that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And some of my more tenured trader friends feel the same way, that it's just not something you see, if ever, or if you do, it's extremely rare. So this is something that definitely to keep an eye on. If you're not sure about it, just watch it. If you're paper trading, if you're new to trading and you're paper trading, I mean, it's something that I would highly encourage you to. This is one of those stocks that's just textbook, and something that I think you could really learn from if you're not actively trading right now. Watch us on our GroupMe chat. I will put a link in the description for that. I will also put links in the description for Ricky Gutierrez's channel and Connor's channel. If you're not comfortable trading OTCs, Ricky does higher traded stocks with higher prices. He's very technical, does technical analysis on stocks that could see anywhere between 5 to 10% gain potential. Cuts his stop losses very short. Connor's a momentum trader. He's really great at what he does, has a huge following already. And yeah, so one other thing I just want to, we had a big day today. One other thing I just want to thank you guys for and appreciate your support so much. You have no idea. Had my first video over 1,000 views, and I really appreciate it. I was so excited to see that, and it was just a great feeling. With that, I ask you to continue to show me some support by subscribing to my channel and subscribing to Ricky and Connor's channel as well. And like this as well. If this you found this useful, you found this helpful, just give it a like. And I just really appreciate it, guys. I really can't thank you enough. I couldn't have done it without you, especially a select few of you that you probably know who you are within our chat group. And it's just awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. One more thing, if you have any comments, any questions, I always read all the comments. Sometimes it's hard for me to get to all of them. I'm starting to see a lot of volume, obviously, in my videos now, which is a great thing. But, I will do my best to answer all of your questions to the best of my ability. And, yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough. Really excited about FHIL. I will be making calls tomorrow morning on stocks that you may want to keep an eye on. And that is it for me. Guys, I appreciate it so much. B. Smith out.